So I said I was going to do a little video on these Silverline air nailers, brad nailers. This one's a stapler as well. So I thought I'd do a quick video. I'll just get the model number in there so you can see this one. That's the model number at the bottom there. So these Silverline ones, they're very affordable. They come in at about, I think I paid about £25 to £28 for this one. So it's very cheap, very affordable. I literally bought this one just to do one job, and that job was I had to put up some plywood ceiling in my old workshop. So I bought this to tack the ceiling up easily rather than drilling it or nailing it by hand. So with this first one, this is generally what I use here. As you can see there, exactly as it says on the gun, 32mm 18 gauge. So 32mm 18 gauge. These tack wise ones are nice and cheap. They're only about £5 a box for 5,000. This is what you get. So let's try and get that in focus. You don't get much of a head on them. There's not much of a head on there. It's just a little flat sort of T-shape brad. Get quite a good amount per section. So I bought these, like I say, about £5 off Amazon, along with the brad nailer off Amazon. It's got a safety on the things. It will not fire until this safety is pushed down. So the safety has to be pushed down onto the wood before it'll let you pull the trigger and fire the brad nail out. I changed the fitting on the end here, and so what you've got is you've got this quick release here. You just push that in. It's on a spring, and then you literally just, if I just pop those out, you literally just got, you can have, I think it takes about 5, each one of these little rails is for the head to sit on. So there's lots of different sizes it'll take in there, or literally all you do is you just drop them in like that, push this back up, and then that'll run until all the brads have gone. My only one criticism, and it is only one criticism, because I'm well impressed with this, and I would recommend these to anybody, especially for the money. They're a bit like my review of the Audi tools. Silverline, they're obviously like low budget tools. They might not be the best tool if you're using this day in, day out as a sort of a tradesman, but for what I use them for, it's ideal. It's only one criticism, and it is very small, is the pin that holds the trigger. See that coming out? The pin that holds the trigger comes through the other side here. Just has a little rubber O-ring washer. That there's nothing holding it there. Doesn't even have a recess in the pin to keep it on. That just plops on there. I've lost it off this one, and the pin moves. Like I say, it's a very small negative. I would probably drill a little hole through this pin, or just put a little adapter on the end there to stop it coming out. I will do that at some point. I don't really like the O-ring idea. I'll show you it quickly on this one, so you can see it there. It's just got a little rubber O-ring that you that will just pop off. So that's my only criticism, is that rubber O-ring. Some of the other cheap brad nailers don't have the safety device. When I was looking at buying, when I bought this other one over here, didn't have this safety device, so you could just pull the trigger and it would fire it. I do like having that safety device on there, and so I bought this one just to do the ceiling and in my old workshop, and it worked brilliantly in my old workshop. I've come to do the ceiling in this workshop because I've been insulating all of the workshop, and it didn't work really for the ceiling because the brad nails would pull through the plywood. So I bought this other one, but I actually bought this other one for the purpose of I'm building a catio, and this other Silverline one, you can take these staples in. So I wanted to get this one so that I could staple the mesh to the outside of the catio as a much quicker and easier option than hand tacking it on there. So I bought this one. I don't know if this one doesn't seem to, it's got a model number down here. See if we can get that in focus. Try. Come on, camera. You can sort of see that. I don't know if you can get that in there. This one is a 269131 brad nailer. This one's come off of Amazon. It's a lot newer than that one. I've had that one quite a few years. This one exactly the same again. Safety trigger, everything's identical. Changed the end again to match what I use. Same again, quick release. But the difference on this one is, this one you hook the. So if we pull these back, now that this one will actually take brad nails. If you put the brad nails on the left hand side, it will actually take brad nails as well as staples. So you can put brad nails on the left side, shut it, or you can take these staples and you slide them over so they go on the left hand side and the right hand side. Lock it up, it's good to go. So you could probably get away with just having this one, not even bothering with that one. All I do is I leave this one set up on staples and that one set up on brad nails. But they have lots of uses. So I originally bought it just for putting up the walls. So in this workshop here, I've done all of the walls with this one. I put up all of the plywood on the walls when I insulated it with the brad nailer there. And I put all of the ceiling up with this one. So this worked a treat for the ceiling because it had something to grip, you know, it couldn't pull through the wood because of the staple. So other uses, I did a project not long ago where I had to build a load of plywood boxes. Now usually I would drill and drill and screw the boxes. Oh, and that's actually what I did with this project. I wanted to drill it, I wanted to screw it, and I wanted to glue it, but I wanted to make sure they were accurate and went together well. So what I actually done was I like to use this brad nailer to hold the boxes together while they're gluing. Then I come back the next day and I will I'll then screw it. So all you have to do is, you've got your safety device, you can just put your two bits of wood together. Could have put some glue on that, and there's your little brad nail in there holding that together. That's not coming apart. Leave that to dry. Now you could just, if you've glued it and you've brad nailed it, you don't have to screw it, but I wanted to make sure my boxes were held together well. So you could come back and screw that, or you could just leave that like that till the glue's set. Glue's a strong bond. So this one for £25, wait there we go. For £25 to £28 on either of these, you can't go wrong. So same again, lock that on there, and then with this one with the staple, you've got the safety, you just put that on there, comes out just below the safety. Compressor needs a bit more air in it. I don't want to turn that on because I don't want you to hear all the noise of the compressor, but they would be nicely flush with the top of that piece of wood. So they give an even stronger fitting. That is pretty. I'm putting quite a lot of force on that, and that's not coming apart left or right, no twist. That would be very strong. So yeah, so this is just my feedback on these little nailers. I highly recommend them. One criticism was just that O-ring. Other than that, can't say anything else wrong with them. They're brilliant little devices. That other one's been going now for about I'd say I've had it probably 6 years. Not had an issue with it. You're supposed to just put a drop of oil in them, unless you've got an inline oiler on your airline. But yeah, highly recommend them. Cheap as anything. Take a look on Amazon, get yourself some of these Tackwise. Tackwise do the brad nails, and Tackwise also do these. I would show you the box, but the box fell apart. Brilliant. Get one of them in your, if you've got a little compressor, get one of them and you can't go wrong. We'll just show you my compressor down here. So I've recently just added one of these in the workshop. I've just added the airline reel in here, and one of the best things I bought was, what brand is it? I bought this little, it's a Hyundai silent compressor. It's only a 25 litre, That was also pretty cheap off of eBay. They're not actually much more than a standard compressor, the silent ones, and literally this is really quiet. It makes hardly any noise. I'll just see if it will fire up if I push the... No, it's not turned on at the minute. But they're really quiet compared to standard compressors, so I definitely, if you can spare the extra little bit of money, silent compressor is well worth the extra investment. You don't have to put earplugs in, and it's not actually that distracting having it on. So there's my pressure pot for when I was doing more resin. So yeah, highly recommend these brad nailers. Maybe go with this one now. This is the newer model. You might not even really get that old one anymore. This is the newer model. It's available on Amazon or eBay. You can pick it up a few quid cheaper if you go through eBay. Yeah, give it a go. Get yourself one of them, and you won't be disappointed with it for the money. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and I will see you all again soon.